Hello guys, in this video I want to talk about combination of loose passing. Okay, so loose passing is when you try to pass somebody using movement instead of pressure passing and smash your opponent like with body locks or head and arm and passes like that. So as I said, loose passing is pass that requires minimum contact and more movement. Okay, when we're passing, the first concern is to put the back of our opponent on the floor. Now, there are many ways to put the back of your opponent on the floor. One would be to just grab the ankles and pull them up. But I found that the higher the level, the harder it is to do this. So there are other ways to do so. One of my favorite ways is to dive into toreando from my opponent sitting. So what I do, as I lower my level, I will put one hand on the hip and one hand on the waist, one on the knee, sorry. And straight away create an angle, and that forces my opponent to put his back on the floor. So just put your back on the floor when I go. Okay, so 1, 2. Look, if he doesn't go with his back on the floor, I outangle him and I start passing. So for him to keep me in front of him, he has to go his back and push me away. And now his back is on the floor. And we can start with our loose passing. Okay. Another way is, if he's very stubborn or staying seated and he lowers his head even more to close the space for my hand to come through, then a good way is to catch his head, feed your head to your arm on the same side that you're jumping, right, to be higher. So at the moment it's hard to do the toreando, and also as I go for toreando, not only will push me away, he will also turn with me, so it's hard to outangle him. So what you can do, feed the head to your arm, and at the same time slide your knees on the floor. And usually what happens, they will free the head straight away, push me away, but their back is on the floor. So you can create a dilemma between attacking the hips or attacking the head. Now, once the back of the opponent is on the floor, your main concern is to keep the legs away and keep your weight on your partner. And a good way to gauge that is that your heels are off the floor, and if he tries to sit up, it's very hard. If you're here with heels on the floor, you can just sit up and get back to square zero. Okay, the first technique is going to be simple. We don't know the toreando, and we give some details about that. So the details are these: as we dive, we put one hand on the knee and one hand on the belly, and we create an angle. Now we don't go to the side; we go at the shoulder line. Here for him is easy to use his leg to catch me. Here, and to put me in guard. And entanglement is not what we want. So every time we get entangled, we get a leg out and we start again. Come forward. So 1, 2, and I straight away go to 11 o'clock or 1 o'clock. In this case we go 11. So you see my legs are away, my shoulder is pointing at his face, he has to push me away. Now the problem here is that even if I let go with my hands, my whole weight is on him, there's no way I can crush those hands. You see, his arms are too strong. So what we do, we walk away from the frames. So we grab the knee, and we start walking towards his knee and push his knee away. And that, because he twists his spine, will make his frame collapse. And now we can secure our pass. Another technique that you can do is the throw by. So let's understand something. This is a technique that you can do when your opponent extends his legs a little bit, okay? And their feet are on the same line. Because sometimes, especially if they're advanced, they can stagger the lines of his feet, stay like this. And now it's hard to do a throw by, just grabbing like this. If his foot is like this, you have to grab it like so, and the other one like so. If he has 2 feet pointing up, you grab them like so. 2 feet pointing down, you grab them like so. The whole point is to create movement, and as he follows you, you throw the legs on the same side, you go on the other side. So as I'm here, I take 1 step, as he follows me, this hand changes, my hands are pointing in the same direction because I need that push. Push his legs aside, cross my foot, and the first thing I focus is on blocking the hips from coming back. So sometimes my knee can be at the thigh, And if he tries to face me, it's very hard. Sometimes he can be behind, but I'm connected, so his knee still cannot come back. And sometimes, as I threw his leg, my knee is above his hip line, so even if he turns against me, I go knee on belly, and then I can still pass him. Let's see this pass one more time. So one step, as he follows me, go, me, start connecting straight away. Now another pass that comes as a consequence of the toreando is the scoop pass. And we've seen this a lot in the last trials, DCC. So it's like, the thing is, every time you go to one side and you're blocking the leg on the same side, what is left to do for him, not just, but most of the time, is to high step with his leg to recover guard and push me away. Okay? So if you see that during your passing, your leg over, yeah. Then you can anticipate that and bring your head on the side of the leg and do a scoop pass. So as I go from my turn and I see that leg scoop going, I scoop under and grab it. Just turn away. Now once I grab it, more. Once I grab it, the first thing I need to do is to connect my neck to the back of his knee. And my foot is on the floor, so if he tries to push me down with his leg, he can't. If I keep my leg down and my head up, all he has to do is to slam his leg down and I will lose my posture. Now, the other thing left to do is to bring this leg down so we can step over it. So we have a big grip pointing up. And we grab the ankle, we bring it on the floor. And then with the first leg, we slide across. It is very important that you don't leave the leg close to him because he can grab it and go for a backside 50-50. You don't want that. So once you're here, keep your foot, stay here, keep your foot close to your butt. So I'm like here, and I keep my foot close to my butt, so you cannot grab it. So I'm here, and bring my knee over the knee, and before I let go of that, I pass my other leg. Now once I pass, I don't try to face him, because he will push me away with his knees, and recover his guard. But I try to cut the corner on top of his thigh. Here, and face away from him, so his thigh opens, and I look to the head and can establish the pass. So this is how it looks like.